Hey, how's it going? This is TheArgonaut. We are here again in the Banner Saga 3, where I am doing some post-commentary because something happened to my audio track. So Petrus rallies his men. We'll see how we do with this. You quickly repel the ambush with his help. Wiping his blade clean of blood, Petrus then leans into Rugga hard with fist and feet until the man is curled in a quivering ball on the ground. The thrashing ends when Petrus is satisfied, and the fighter who joined you in battle paces nearby.
Bastards, utter bastards. It's been a miserable hard road, and I wasn't willing to watch good men go down like that. I'm Gudmundur, he continues. Lots of us here from Bindal. I was captain there myself.
He glances at his banner, trampled and bloodied, and notices yours.
Though I admit, we could be doing a lot better.
You take the hint. We've already got too many, or fight like you did there and you're welcome to join us. Well, I like to bring people on, bring people into the fold.
I swear it, Gudmundur replies.
He gathers his tattered banner and sends a word along to his people. 360 clansmen, 140 fighters, 7 supplies, and morale. Petrus and Gudmundur chat as you continue the Great Hall. Kindred spirits. Alright, so, yes, I will be doing post-commentary here. I'll do my best, and might even cut out some extra stuff too, but yeah, hopefully this won't happen again, but we will see how it goes. Looks like an awful lot of stairs, and no doubt why Meinolf feels safe watching from above. I don't remember his voice. That's okay. Slowly making our way up to the hall yet again. Many days have passed. Not really, but that's okay. I am certainly enjoying this game. The combat's super fun too. You finally approach the black stone walls, deep at the center of Arborang. Petrus instructs you to head up the stairs while he hauls Rugga away. Odalif huffs when she learns she can't join you. I guess only the important people are invited, she says. I'll try to find a place for the rest of us. Where do you think is best? As far in as possible near the Great Hall, back near the gates in case we're needed quickly. It's your call, Odalif. I trust your judgment. Yep, definitely that one. I'll do what I can, says Odalif. But up on top of that hill is where we ought to be. Odalif looks back at the Great Hall. Maybe if you had the king's ear, she suggests. Oh, I may have the king's ear. We will see. Alright. The Black Rock Plateau casts a long indigo shadow over you like a storm cloud. As you climb the steps, the view shifts from verdant green hills into a morbid panorama of carnage and darkness. Eventually you come to stand beside rich and powerful men with long names and banners, called before King Meinolf as you were. Hakon is here, as well as Canary, both given a wide berth. From where you stand at the back of this enormous hall, King Meinolf looks small and withered upon the throne. He speaks slowly, as if stepping carefully through cobwebs of old memories. You can only hear bits and pieces about changes of heart and protecting the weak. Eventually you give up trying to make out the words. Suddenly the hall goes silent. Everyone has turned to stare at you. The king beckons, and you approach. Very cinematic. King Meinolf. With this, the king sends the crowds away and takes you aside privately.
You are to be thanked in person for bringing my son home to me. Now I'm afraid I must selfishly beg a favor of you. The road between Borsgard and Arborang is long, especially shared with a man like Rugga. Tell me, how did you fare in his company?
Ooh. I would have left Rugga in Borsgard if I could. We do not agree on much, or Rugga tried to kill me. I'm gonna try to be polite here. We didn't agree on much.
Yet somehow he commands the loyalty of many. Maybe it says something about the hearts of men. I suspect you already know this, but the man has poisoned me. He did it when we met in good faith to negotiate peace. My menders have been unable to find a cure. Rugga and I have something of a long and miserable history. He would gladly watch me wither on the throne. But perhaps you can coax an antidote from him. Convince him on my behalf.
Am I truly the best hope for this? And in return, my clansmen have many needs. My clansmen have many needs. The king leans back and studies you with narrow eyes.
I can respect one who puts their clansmen first. What would you ask?
We're short on food and supplies, we need protection, more men who can hold a sword. We need a safe place to rest in our barang. I think immediate safety is the number one thing, since we already got freaking attacked in this blasted city.
Space could be made here atop the Black Rock Plateau. The other families may not like it, but they'll make do.
The king calls for Petrus, and you soon hear his hard boots echoing off the high ceilings. My king.
Captain Petrus, our friend Rook, has agreed to speak with Rugga, and Petrus, follow our guest's orders. You are now his to command as he needs. See that this gets resolved as soon as possible.
An honored guest. Renown +5. Alright. Got things to do. Got some renown. Lost some supplies. Morale is improved. Look at that little green face up there. So happy. So we got heroes, Petrus, rest, and Ortleaf, which we will check in with Ortleaf first. You're back. So what was that all about? What did the king have to say? Something about putting aside our differences, and he wants me to try and wring an antidote out of Rugga. Since Meinolf's dying, everyone's been led into the city under his protection. I wonder if I'd change my mind like that if I knew the end was near. Is it not? Shut up. You know what I mean. So, how are you feeling about all this? All of this? Care to narrow it down? She smiles politely, waiting for your question. What would you do in Meinolf's position? What's your deal with the Horseborn anyway? What should we do about Rugga? We better get back to camp. Time for some questions. God, I wish he just didn't exist. You know he's not going to just hand over a cure. Not without a high price, anyways. He's gambling with people's lives for his own benefit. Why do people like him always seem to prosper? I don't know. Rule comes to those who have a deep desire to rule. Different people, different needs. I think rule comes to those who have a deep desire to rule. You mean madmen. You spend so much time and effort trying to do the right thing, and here comes Rugga. He may as well be stabbing children as he goes. People love him for it. But anyway, what can we do? Threats and beatings don't seem to work. The man can take a punch, I'll give him that. Can't kill him yet either, for Meinolf's sake. What does he even want? The throne? What's the point of ruling Arberang for a couple days before the darkness takes it back? Ugh, I'm sick of thinking about Rugga. Let's change the subject. What would you do in Meinolf's position? That's a tough one. You know me. I want everyone to live. Maybe even not hate each other. Rugga's men are bastards, but I don't think they deserve to die. Just glad the Varl are on our side. But I'm not the king, so I guess there's not much else to say about it. What's your deal with the Horseborn anyways? My deal? What? Oh, you're gonna pretend like there's nothing up with you? I heard you giggle the first time you saw one. I don't giggle! Okay, look, just don't repeat this, promise? I promise. When I was a girl, I remember my father showing me pictures of horses. They looked amazing. I wanted one so bad. Then he told me they were all killed, totally wiped out. You know the story? Legend says the Loom Mother made horses, and another god created Horseborn from them. But there was a time where both Horseborn and horses existed. They'd see people use horses for farming and carrying goods and wouldn't know how to react. Was it slavery? Were horses like children to them? Or some living reminder that they're just dumb beasts? You could ask the same about the Varl. Come on, it's not the same. Varl look pretty different from Yoks. No debate how the Horseborn were made. Anyway, rather than let anyone own horses, the stories say the Horseborn went crazy and slaughtered them all. Then they fought the humans a bit, but eventually retreated far south. They say the Horseborn felt such shame about the massacre, they just never returned. Who knows what the truth really is? Up to the moment I saw one, I was never even sure Horseborn really existed. But they're real, and they're beautiful. And they're causing us all kinds of problems. Odaleaf's beaming face and wide grin deflates. Come on, Rook. Tell me about it. We better get back to camp. Yeah, I suppose. How are you holding up? You ever get tired of doing the right thing? What choice do we have? Leave? Go south? See what happens? I'm just thinking out loud. Some people are talking about ships. After what we saw in Viskivik, the serpent's blood was eating all the boats, and it killed everything living in the sea. I know it's not a real option. Now we've got to rely on each other. Just remember, you always got a shoulder here. Don't try to carry this all on your own. Yay, team bonding. Alright. Well, there's the market. Market time. I think at this point, I actually got a phone call. Oh, no, I didn't. I just bought a bunch of supplies. That was the previous one. Alright, we're checking in with our group here. Let's see, my friend. We are going to probably promote this guy, because I certainly like using him. That's for sure. A fearless fighter, Roek almost never backs down from a confrontation. At 10 years of age, his pride, culture, and a short average lifespan drive him towards boldness. It's the only way he'll become the leader of his herd before he is too old. His mate, Deirdre, unfailingly supports and encourages him. Roek. Roek's awesome. Got a frickin' flail. It's dope. Yeah, I like his abilities. And the hit and run thing is pretty great, too. It's very, very useful. And here I'm just trying to figure out how to deal with all these new people in our group and trying to upgrade certain ones. And this guy's the same deal. Probably not going to use him. Army of Horseborn would be kind of cool. Canary's just super, super badass. Yep, we're going to promote him for sure. Higher stats and talents increase your item rank. Continue. 19 renown, pretty cheap, I'd say. And we can increase some armor break potential. As well as, I always forget what that little green stat is. You know, I think I'm going to skip through this section, because I just do a lot of toying around with different types of stats and stuff like that, so I'm gonna skip past this. Alright, so skip through that. We upgraded or promoted Hogan as well as Canary. But now, let's check in with Petrus. Petrus escorts you to your camp, which was set up while you were gone. I know King Meinolf asked you to speak with Rugga at once, but after his men ambushed us, I may have been too... He's not capable of speech for a moment. Seems like you two have some history. I will bring you to speak with him as soon as possible. For now, I would suggest rest. It has been a long day for all of us. Odaleaf has been waiting for you to return. You can hear singing and laughing in the distance. Where is everyone? Celebrating! For the first time since we left Skoker, we can just stop. We made it. Thanks to you. I don't feel done yet. The Dredge could easily tear through that flimsy outer wall if they wanted to. And as far as I can tell, we've still got no answers to the darkness. What do you think Ivor's doing right now? I don't know. Just hope they're doing it quickly. Probably keeping them all from killing each other if I know Ivor. Whatever it is, I'm sure he can handle it. Yeah, I think it's number 2. Keeping them all from killing each other if I know Ivor. I know, you're right, but I miss him. It feels strange, this sudden calm. Nothing to do but wait. You're right. I can't even work on Rugga yet. The guard captain went wild on him. Good. On the other hand, what if Meinolf dies? Between Rugga's loyalists, the Horseborn, and the power struggle, this city may turn on itself. The harder we try to grip the world, the faster it seems to slip out of our fingers. What if we didn't think about the rest of the world for one night? Are you suggesting Yes, Rook, I'm very much suggesting. I'm very much accepting. You know what you mean to me, Oddleaf, but maybe another time. I don't think we should. Rook's gonna need just a little bit of tender care sometimes, so then I'm very much accepting. Oh, then I guess the celebration will have to wait for us a little longer. Alright, chapter 17. Oh, we are on the move to a different group. Marahar? Marahar? Is that what it says? I think.
The darkness hasn't responded to anything I've tried so far. Damn you, Juno! How did you... I'll give up.
I think we're gonna go check in with Ivor. My favorite farm. Oh yeah, buddy. There he is. Looking all tough and scowly. Oh, he's my favorite.
What am I doing here? I left my friends in Arborang and joined the Spellweavers, Juno and Avent, on their journey to undo the darkness and put an end to a world-eating serpent. Juno fashioned a dome of light around us, and we pushed into the darkness. I expected desolation. Instead, we've passed villages that look as though melted, and forests curled like fishhooks. I've had a bad feeling that these things will never again return to the way they once were, even if we succeed. With us came a band of mercenaries, the Ravens, tricked into believing the orders came from their leader. This, too, feels like disaster waiting to happen.
You need to address this now, Juno.
You catch one of the ravens staring at you for the third time. The whispering between them has become worrisome. Not yet. Soon.
The longer you control Folka's mind, the worse it will be when you drop the tricks. The ravens you brought with us are hardened mercenaries. They won't take lightly to being kidnapped.
There was no time to convince them properly, and we need their blades and shields out here.
What happened out here, exactly?
The darkness doesn't kill, it warps. These things hiding out here, there's things out here we don't want to meet.
Perfect. I have a feeling they might notice this giant dome of light.
I'm afraid it's necessary. It's the only thing keeping the darkness from warping us as well. I will release Folka's mind soon, when they discover they're trapped within the light.
Just warn me before you do it. How do you expect this to play out? If they want to stay the same shape, they won't have much choice.
How do you expect this to play out?
They will be furious. Help me from keeping things from spiraling out of control. What I've done, I know how it looks. It isn't the way I wanted things to be. Please, Ivor, put your trust in us a little longer.
Just fix this.
Believe me, we're trying.
Oh, got some spell weavers and some cool ass farm. Oh yeah, well I think, so we're gonna get that character real soon that I just circled
The
around.
old city on the human-Varl border looms ahead, twisted into a claw, but still strand. Now, I have to imagine the longboats bringing fish in the harbor, and the bustling of merchants hawking goods. An unexpected light from Strand's Great Hall calls to us from atop the hill. We'll stop briefly to investigate.
Combat time. Combat time. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, we got a dredge. We have a dredge ally, which I think that was one of the pre-order bonuses that I got for pre-ordering the game. We can already promote him too. I think I kind of like toy around with all the new characters. Eric, I remember Eric. He was from the first one. Valgard. We got Oli. Spar. Definitely want to take Spar out. But I think we have another dredge too. Alfram, nasty little witch. We're gonna meet her soon. I think let's see. I end up going with, because some of them we have to keep for the battle itself. Who do we end up going with? Mogan. Oh yeah, Hogan and Mogan. I forgot they were twins. Yes, okay. I think I end up going with, I know I'll go with Ivor. Yeah, and this is pretty much the group I go with. So then I just kind of mess around with stuff for a little bit, but I think we will skip ahead of this a little bit. Alright, just in time.
Survivors, let's clear these things out. It's you and me, Oli.
Alright, so narrating this battle will be interesting. I'll see what I can do to keep it entertaining, because I don't really know what I'm going to do too much, but I think I got some ideas. So we're going to put Oli on the side there, Ivor right there. Charge up, hit that beastie. We're ready. Time to battle. Any hero can use the Valka Spear to cast Chain Lightning on an enemy. Defeat enemies to charge it. Kind of toy around with that, and I think I only use it once, foolishly, but... Oh, it's the dredge's turn right off the bat. Kiwi. Kiwi stands. I'm checking out the abilities right now. We got a shield slam that causes knockback, doing armor break damage, and we got drum fire. It's a shock wave doing armor break damage. Hot ash, it's like heals the dredge. So we're gonna use some willpower to get him right up to that big boy over there, because he's probably gonna do lots of damage.
Kiwi wanders forward and prepares, taking his giant hammer and slamming it into the creature, dealing an extreme amount of damage. Archer takes fire at the witch.
Oli hefts his throwing axes in his hand, judging the weight. Moves forward, preparing to toss one into the back of one of these creatures. He hurls it, stabbing into the flank of the nasty beast. Archer takes fire at one of the other assaulted group members. Seems to be pretty confident with his use of the shield. Stonewall and Bloody Flail. Alright. Gonna move forward. And prepare to attack. Hefting his axe. Eyeing the large brute off to his flank, but knowing what he needs to do. Creatures prove more resilient than he had hoped for. The strange creature, witch-like figure, holds an odd weapon, a sort of pitchfork-looking device. Ride the lightning. And strength of will. You can heal other targets. Which is pretty nice. Determining what we should do with her. Gonna move her forward. Using some willpower. Actually has pretty good strength. Could probably do a good amount of damage. We're gonna hit the archer. And it absorbed a good amount, but man, these creatures are pretty tough. Eric gets knocked back. Ivor, pretty far off from the battle, prepares to lumber forward. It's got battering ram, which can knock back targets. And forge ahead. Select an ally to move forward in initiative. I'm just gonna move him forward for now. The creature wails against Kivik, but he proves too strong. Or Kiwi? I forget. Kivik or Kiwi, not sure. So we got Rally here, which can give willpower. Become invisible next to ally. Hidden attacks. Ignore part of target's armor. Which is pretty cool. And then we can call the Cold Bear. Eric summons his trained fighting Cold Bear. Which is pretty dang cool. I use this later on in the combat, but I think I should have used it right off the bat. Thing is pretty good. Eric runs forward, hefting his long axe, but the creature absorbs the damage. The scaly carapace seems to armor them somehow, unnaturally so. Kiwi hefts his hammer again. Debating on what to use there. I think I should have used the knockback, but that's alright. Just checking out the range. So drum fire actually like only targets one creature. But it's got good range. We're gonna take out this creature. And you can see up at the top, we get use of the chain lightning. The large creature spins its axe around its head, dealing a good amount of damage, but Oli and Ivor seem to handle it well. Oli moves up. Thinking about throwing a series of axes. It's a pretty good, it's a pretty cool attack, but probably not going to hit very well. He attempts to take out the creature, and does so. The spear-wielding beast does quite a bit of damage to the witch. The shield bearer moves forward, losing some vitality as he runs through the remains of one of the creatures. He's going to attempt to ride the lightning, I think is what I decided to do. Resisted and absorbed. So it does literally nothing. I think he's gonna target her. Oh, she resisted at least. Foolishly, I walked Ivor through the remains of one of those nasty, destroyed creatures. But he can take out... almost can take out another creature. Fortunately, it absorbs some of the damage. Hey, Eric, I think it's time for Cold Bear. Yep. And unleashing forth a large, ferocious bear creature. It moves forward and prepares to attack. Rearing up, it tears into the shield of the creature. The massive dredge stares down at his opponents. Seems to be calculating the best chance for causing damage. Hefting his stone hammer, he slams into the larger creature, knocking it back. Oli rushes up to get between the injured witch and the spear wielder. Hacking into its armor. The archer fires, doing more armor damage to the witch. Shield bearer prepares to slay another of these creatures. Many of the archers still survive. The witch begins channeling small flits of electrical energy pulse, but do absolutely nothing. And she does some armor damage. The large creature bashes his shield against the bear, knocking it backwards. Ivor, using what will he has, moves forward and takes out the spear wielder, cleaving him in twain. And the witch was taken out by one of the archers. At this point, the battle's looking pretty good. One of our temporary allies was injured, but maybe I should be doing this in Ivor's voice. I'll do that next time. The bear moves forward, rearing up and slashing into the creature. It turns to purple ash. The massive dredge seems to be helping those who are beleaguered by these archers. I will ignore it for now, but I do not trust this creature. Oli curls his axe, taking out another creature. The shield bearer chops into the beast. Seeing that they have this handled, I pause a moment and assess any wounds that they may have taken. The bear moves forward and tears into the remaining creature, killing it outright. Alright. Renown. Rewards. Consequences. Alright. When the quiet comes, it feels unnatural, like being underwater. What happened to these things anyways? Asks Folka, breaking the silence. Oh no, that's not her voice. The strange woman replies.
Dredge, human, Varl, it doesn't matter out here. Not dead, but their minds were gone before we laid them to rest.
I think I'm going to do a southern accent for the ravens. Just for kicks. The charred remains of the warped creatures bubble and fizz in the light and smell horrible. You take the conversation outside the ruined hall as you descend towards the foot of Strand.
An unexpected place to find visitors.
I was going to say I'd seen stranger, but that would be a lie. I'm Eric, and this is Valgard. Been here in Strand long before the dredge came.
The dredge were trouble enough in Strand, without being warped into monsters. I wasn't sure we'd ever be unstuck from this abyss, even with our friend's light.
Good to see you stayed put. You won't outpace the darkness on foot. You rhymed, Juno. We travel in the wind. Into the wind, not away, to undo it.
Undo the darkness? How?
No mere mender this. The woman's of Alka.
But you are not. How did you learn to weave the light?
I've picked up a thing or two on my own. You learn to protect yourself when the menders are trying to kill you.
What do you mean by that? How do you wind up here? Who are you exactly?
Who are you exactly?
Just a traveler like yourself. I call myself Alfred. Despite our history, I came this way to seek the council in Manahar. I wonder if the remains of it found me instead. My companion has words for you as well.
Alfred motions to the towering dread stone guard over her shoulder. You could tell Juno is uncomfortable with this, but she remains composed as ever. Even less so.
We need to move on. Time is our enemy.
Time itself? Then you'll need capable allies. I can see it on your face. Can I trust the witch? Will that stone guard kill us in your sleep? What I'm wondering is why there's so much color in the air between you and the big lady with the raven on the shield.
You glance at Folka. Ollie's head swivels back and forth between her and Juno. He's not the only one drawing a weapon. You hear Juno clearly in your head. Be ready. Folka shudders, grabbing her head. Where are we? She groans, no longer under Juno's spell. Oh yeah, I forgot. I ended it here. Alright, so. Yeah, that's kind of funny. Alright, well, we'll end it there. So thanks for watching. I hope you at least got to still enjoy it, despite my having to do post-commentary. But, you know, it's kind of fun. The battle was a little difficult to narrate, but I always like reading in-character voices. So, yeah, tell me what you think. If you like to want to subscribe, please like and subscribe. And I'll see you in the next episode of Banner Saga 3.